Happy Saturday! I am actually not having a great morning, but enough about me. Actually, no, we gotta talk about this really quickly, because y'all are probably looking at my face saying, your face seems kind of really glossy, right? Or maybe that's just me just staring at myself. I actually woke up to a dermatitis outbreak. I've been dealing with dermatitis now for like the first time in my life, which is kind of really just crazy. Like, I've been to dermatologists before, and I got prescribed a whole bunch of steroids to put on my face. I never really did anything, but I got some organic cream that comes from a wonderful green plant. Love Mother Nature. So good. But it definitely does help. So that's why my face is kind of glossy. But I woke up and it feels like you just got punched in the face. It's like, what? Woke up early. Plus I got a ton of stuff to do today. Not going to be enjoying my Saturday until probably later tonight. Sipping on some homemade gin tonics. Probably going to end up doing a lot on RuneScape, actually. But otherwise, yeah, I got to finish recording this podcast, which this is number 10 in our pod series, or pod journey. If you haven't turned on the notification bell or subscribed yet, please definitely subscribe. It means a lot to me, plus it's free. Turning on the notification bell is the way we beat this crazy algorithm that I'm pretty much fighting. But Tuesday, I'm going to be uploading a video recapping the last 10 episodes of this podcast. Down below in the section is all of my links, a playlist to the previous episodes to the podcast, in case you missed any, because we talk about a lot of really interesting stuff. And yes, I am smithing some cannonballs for the time being, but if you, I mean, obviously you probably clicked on this video because the title, or maybe you just want to hear me rumble and rant for the next 40 some odd minutes-ish, or maybe 50. We'll make this one a little lengthy. But otherwise, yes, I am smithing cannonballs to pass some time by, but we're in a very certain location that we're going to get to momentarily. I actually did get 93 prayer last night. So I am on a journey for 99 prayer, and it sucks, man. Like, prayer is so expensive on this game, and I'm doing it. I'm trying not to like exhaust my cash stack, because I do want to actually use my cash stack for other things on this game for investing wise, probably over the next couple months. My bank is actually pretty much dipping now. I'm pretty sure Summarize is Summarize might be coming to an end. But anyways, so yeah, I'm buying like a prayer level every month when I sell all my birdhouses. Next month I'm probably gonna end up having to buy like 2 levels, and it sucks because like even using the bones that I'm using, it's like every level is about like 10 mil now, which is just absolutely terrible. Why does Jagex do this to us? Terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. Terrible. Some other housekeeping news. If any of you are not in a old school RuneScape clan, so the clan system is really different. Like, you got the friends chat tab, then you got the clan, then you got like a guest. Some people don't even know there is a clan system, but I do have a clan on here. I get asked a lot. If you go ahead to find and then type in NightmareRH, whoa, gotta move myself around here. Where are we? Gotta move my big head. Type in NightmareRH. My clan is always recruiting. I made this clan for you all the Hoobas out there, the last of the Hoobas, hence the last of us on RuneScape. But yeah, I mean, we're a social clan. We pretty much do everything, and we're just a pretty much, you know, fun group of people. Primarily NightmareRH, the last of the Hoobas around that are still watching me on YouTube. Much love and appreciation, but yeah. If you're not in a clan and you would like to join, like I said, definitely stop by. But if you are, please don't leave your clan. I don't believe in clan poaching. It's a despicable thing to do, and that's not what I'm here to do. But otherwise, that's pretty much it for housekeeping items. Just once again, this podcast series has been absolutely tremendous, and I've gotten a ton of feedback from a lot of people on my Discord, on in game. People have actually found me in game. They're like, "Yo, I'm loving these longer style videos. They help me, pass the time by, and they're just really enjoyable." And it's kind of like watching a live stream in a way, but at the same time, not a live stream. But I will say this. I do want to get into more so... I'm gonna zip it here. But I'll go ahead and drop this. Something big is coming for me next month, which is going to be very beneficial for you all. And it's going to be, it's going to be amazing. I've been getting a lot of people asked about, streaming and stuff. And, yeah, it's just have some patience, is all I'm saying. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. But Tuesday, we'll talk more about where this podcast stuff is really going. But even though this is episode 10, have no worries. There's like a 95% chance that there's gonna be more podcasts coming down the old poop shooter here. Oh yes, and before I forget, such a great song. I'm gonna be listening to that song a lot tonight. I actually like the new Slipknot. Not a lot of people really like the new Slipknot. I actually enjoy the new Slipknot. I am actually starting to be more active again on my social media. NightmareRH on my Facebook page. NightmareRH on X. I gotta actually redo that icon. And the NightmareRH on Snapchat. I'm posting daily stuff on social media. For those of you who don't know, I actually I ended up selling my house. I honestly can't believe it's been like 10 months now. Time is flying. Ended up selling my house last December, 10 months ago of 23. 2023 was just, it was a crazy year. I was getting my house prepped to pretty much sell and stuff. And it was just like, I was just so busy in my personal life. But, and then of course I ended up moving cross country. So, I really took a step back from YouTube for about like 6 months and social media as well. Kind of really just relaxing and, recuperating. But I am starting to be more active and engaging on social media. So if you did click that unfollow button because I was a non-interactive bunghole, well, this bunghole is active again. Alright, so let's get into the premise of this video. Okay, let me pull up some stuff really quickly, because we got to talk about is my hair really receding? Jesus help me. I look absolutely amazing for 36, but yeah, I think I have definitely a receding hairline over here. Oh boy. Maybe I gotta buy a toupee. Because being bald is not... I definitely do not want to go bald, man. I have absolutely nothing against, George Costanza looking people. By all means, if you look like George Costanza, more power to you. But as for Nightmare looking like George Costanza, no thank you. Okay, so The Last of Us on RuneScape is a name that I came up with about a month ago. Actually, I want to say it was a month ago. If you played RuneScape before 26 November 2007, then theoretically you are kind of like considered, in a way, the Last of Us on this game. Now, if you joined RuneScape on the big swoosh up of, influx of people throughout 2015, 2016, 17, when a lot of new RuneScaping YouTubers kind of really got big. There's nothing wrong with that. I am so happy that this game is growing. And it's really good. Because if this game doesn't grow, then it's just like, what the hell, man? There's a big problem here. A very big problem. So that's what I mean by The Last of Us, in case you're new here. And if you are new here, definitely drop a comment below so I actually know these videos are beating the algorithm and pretty much going elsewhere. So we're going to be talking about remembering one small favor. And why does one small favor trigger so many bad memories, man? So this quest came out, hopefully you guys can read that, 28, even though that looks like, 28 February 2005. One small favor is a quest which players ask to complete a favor, although things turn out to be less simple. Yeah, well, obviously. Start at Shiloh Village, so you gotta be able to, get to Shiloh Village. Talk to this person, not even gonna try to pronounce his name. Yenny Salilaka. This name sounds like a Mortal Kombat character, to be perfectly honest. Maybe I might play Mortal Kombat tonight. Woo! But if you go to show on the map, this dude is across the bridge up in the general store, which we'll probably get to, momentarily. Okay, so why are we going to be talking about one small favor? Because years ago, this quest used to be... It was one of those type of quests that you dreaded doing on a new account. I ended up making a pure account. I gotta actually see when I created my pure account. So I actually have a numerous number of accounts. Quite a bit of accounts. My first pure that I made was Bungus. Bungness. Ironically, that is my ultimate Iron Man on Old School RuneScape. When did I make this account? Let's see. Oh, it was years ago, man. I made this account... Ooh. If any of you remember this account, or if any of you remember this video, it is, it's a pretty shell shock. Absolute shell shock if you do. Let me pull this up here. My little Bungus, my little mini-me. Okay, when did this video launch? Let's see. Bungus Legacy, introduction. May 8, 2012. Things were still kicking. Things were still popping. I mean, RuneScape was still RuneScape back here. Even though a lot of the graphics, had been updated, but RuneScape was still RuneScape back then. There was no EOC, there was no Squeal of Fortune, there was really none of that going on here, at all. But one thing that I dreaded, when I made that pure account, was the fact of doing some quests. And I remember that I needed to do one small favor, and it just was a horrific thing to actually, think about doing still in 2012. Now, let's go ahead and backtrack. I ended up doing one small favor, actually, in 2008, when I started making videos, because I was, so, after I had my 99 fire making party, November of 2008. I had 1,000 subscribers. And at that point, I was still, getting, some views here and there. I was actually getting more views than my subs, which was a clear indicator my channel was growing. And I started getting trolled badly. And I just, honestly, I'm like, okay, fine. Because I only had, 30 quest points. I'm I am not a questing mofo. Okay, I don't care. I am not a questing individual. I am very proud of the quests that I have done on this game. You wanna know why? Because I have done Monkey Madness 2, which nearly killed me. I've also done Dragon Slayer 2, which nearly killed me. I have yet to do Desert Treasure 2. But otherwise, yeah. Hide unstarted quests. Hide completed quests. There you go. So, whatever, man. I mean, sure. Dragon Slayer 2. You can't rip on me. So, I mean, that was a 6-hour live stream. And then I did Monkey Madness 2 during a 24-hour live stream on Twitch. And it took me about 6 hours. It was the same length of time. I have yet to do Desert Treasure 2. I got to do so many requirements. It's not even funny. Sipping on some water over here. Wish it was some alcoholic water. Desert Treasure 2, The Fallen Empire. Yeah, Grandmaster Quest. Okay, very long. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather do Song of the Elves than actually go for, Dragon Slayer 2. But anyways, so I ended up doing One Small Favor in late 2008, I think right before Christmas, and I nearly lost my mind. And this was 2008, this wasn't 2005, but even then, I can't imagine doing One Small Favor in 2005. So, for anyone that has not done One Small Favor, I'm going to be talking in two different aspects here. I'm going to be focusing on people who have done One Small Favor. Actually, we got three categories to talk about, and we got actually plenty of time here. Let me see. What do we got? We got, we got, oh yeah, baby, we got plenty of time here. So, the three categories that we're going to be talking about is category 1. People who have done One Small Favor before, I want to say, maybe 2009. Because I really do feel like I'm stuck in 2009, but I'm also very happy being stuck in 2009. Because 2009, in my opinion, was one of the most important, actually no, screw that. It was the most important year in RuneScape's history. It propelled RuneScape forward more than anything. Now, was 2009 the most important year of my, YouTube montage? No. 2010 was definitely the year that propelled NightmareRH forward more than anything, because I ended up making a ton of viral videos that went beyond viral, 2010, 2011 time frame. But 2009 was the propelling years of RuneScape. So we got one category of people that have done One Small Favor before 2010, so 2009 and prior. Then we got another category of people who have done One Small Favor on old school RuneScape. So definitely fairly recently, right? Whether it's between the launch of old school RuneScape, or maybe it's the newer, version of old school RuneScape. And then we got the category of people that have not done One Small Favor yet, that are new to RuneScape, right? So let me go ahead and talk about if you have never done One Small Favor. So if you have never done One Small Favor, it is going to seem like the easiest quest for you on the planet. It is going to be the most easiest thing that you have probably ever done when it comes to questing. Why? Because all you do in this quest is you go to this guy, which we're going to go to right now, to start this quest, right? Shiloh Village quest was actually really not that difficult. It was fairly fun, in my opinion. I actually had fun doing Shiloh Village. But this fart knocker over here wants something so simple. Where are you? I thought this was the general store. Okay. This guy It all starts with this. And now I'm getting worked up. It all starts with you. Whoopsies, I just hit my condom on my mic by accident. By the way, is my audio on my microphone, like, pretty good, decent these days? Because I did buy this, like, this condom-looking thing, and, I mean, it was only $6 from Amazon, but those mother humpers charged me $5 for shipping. So, theoretically, it cost me, like, near $12, but... And then when I bought a new gaming chair, last month from, Walmart, I ended up seeing this condom mic in Walmart for like $6. So I could have saved the shipping and handling. You know, whatever. Anyways, it all starts with this guy right here. And he says to you, hey, can you bring me, I can't even remember what it's irrelevant what he wants. He wants you to fetch an item, and then you got to go and talk to another guy, and he's like, hey, I'll give you this item, but then you got to go and talk to another guy. And the other guy is like, hey, so it turns out that you got to do all these favors for like 7, 8, 9 different people, and then it's like a slinky type of effect. So if you have never done one small favor, compared to doing like Dragon Slayer 2, Monkey Madness 2, what's another one? While Gothic Sleeps. The other one, Monkey Madness 2. One small favor is going to be a cakewalk. It is going to be the easiest thing that you have done, and you are going to be sitting there with your quest guide, whether it's from YouTube, whether it's from RuneLite, whether it's from HDOS, is what I'm on right now, and you're gonna be sipping on whatever you're drinking. You're gonna be laying back, and you're gonna be saying to yourself, "Wow, this quest was the easiest thing I have done. Now I gotta go and prepare myself for Dragon Slayer 2, Monkey Madness 2, Desert Treasure 2. I gotta go and prepare myself for playing RuneScape on my toilet. I gotta go and, update my phone. I gotta do a bunch of things, right? That is the category of people who have never done one small favor. Now let's go into the people who have recently done one small favor. Was it hard? It probably wasn't. Did RuneLite tell you everything you needed? Did HDOS? I'm actually not entirely sure if there is a questing system on HDOS. I'm pretty sure there is. Don't quote me on this. I haven't done quests on this game in a very long time. Still going to be doing an interview with the founders of HDOS, by the way. That's coming down the poop chute too. Was it hard? Ask yourself, what was it hard doing one small favor right now? I mean, how many quest guides are out there? Like, you got YouTube videos, you got quest guides, you got everything at your disposal. It's not hard. If anything, it's going to be like you gave yourself a break, right? Okay. Now let's go ahead and talk about people years ago and why we're a little when you mention one small favor. Because I'm pretty sure our PTSD on RuneScape is running rampant, thinking about doing this quest back in 2009, 8, 7, 6, 5. Tui. Back during those times, there was no RuneLite. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Oh man, I love making these podcast videos. There were no video guides at your disposal. We had like maybe 1 or 2 sites. One of the sites that we had and this site has been updated more than you can imagine. This site, I can't even believe the site is still around. I swear the maker of the site has got to be like a millionaire, and more power to him, by the way. I used this site religiously years ago. Sal's Realm of RuneScape. Years ago, this was like the only thing. On top of that, you also had RuneHQ, which at one time on RuneScape, if you mentioned RuneHQ, you would actually get muted. Believe it or not, it was crazy. And you would also, you could not mention Sal's site as well. So yeah, I mean, more power to these people. I am so happy. And I'm not being sponsored by RuneHQ or by Sal's site at all. But I hope that the makers of this site, that are still around, obviously are lathering themselves in apple pies and blueberry pies, because those sites helped out a tremendous amount of people. Tremendous amount of people got saved. I used the guides from those sites to do one small favor, and I still had a hard time, and it was terrible. It was miserable, and it was terrible. Now let's go ahead and talk about the YouTube side of things. My eardrum. What is going on? I think I have an ear infection too. This Saturday sucks, man. Don't worry, Nightmare. Alcohol will fix everything. Oh, I can't wait. Even though it's 9:53 in the morning, it's not in the morning, a.m. right now. Gotta wait like another 6-7 hours. But don't worry. All the bad stuff is gonna go away. Like I said, we only had a couple guides from websites to use. The only YouTuber out there, I actually don't know if she still is around anymore. Let me actually see. Amber, I actually talked to her. Amber, oh man, she was the only, yeah, oh, wow, man, hang on. I don't know if she still posts videos anymore. Oh, wow, she does. Amber, if you are watching this video, I just want to say that I appreciate you so much. So much. And if you all remember, Amber, she was one of the original RuneScape YouTuber. I'm pretty sure she was a first-gen RuneScape YouTuber. First-gen or second-gen like me. I'm a second-gen RuneScape content creator. I'm pretty. Let's see. I honestly can't believe. Well, it's if you are a Amber subscriber, which I am not, but now I am. Definitely, it is just absolutely crazy. Devil May Cry, RuneScape pre-EOC 16 years ago. Pre-EOC while Gothic sleeps. Yeah, so Amber was the only one with the audacity to actually make quest guides. Because they were not popular. And this was all we had, man. Nowadays, and Amber, if you are watching this video, thank you so much for all the hard work that you did. I think me and you spoke. It was either 2009 or I honestly can't remember, but had quite a few conversations. She was the only one that made quest guides. Doing a quest guide on RuneScape was so unpopular. So unpopular. However, I did the Halloween events, and I spun it around, of course, to R-rated, comedy, large profanity and everything. So that's where I actually got views. But she was the only one that actually took the time to do quest guides, because it was so hard to actually make a quest guide. We didn't have the capabilities we have today. We didn't have the plugins on all this stuff. We didn't have like on RS3. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're doing One Small Favor on RS3, get out of here, man. Like, that is so easy. There's lodestones on RS3. Just go away. No, you should not be complaining at all. There's a lot of harder things to do on that. But 2009, 2008, 7, 6, she was the only... I actually don't know when she started with the quest guides. I think it was 2016 years ago. 2007 or 2008 she started making vids. But it's a simple fact that she was the only one that was actually doing quest guides. And we had so much, we had such small, limited resources, and it made all the easy quests years ago so much harder. It really did. And then you would do like a quest like Desert Treasure, right? I had fun doing Desert Treasure. Even though I never did Desert Treasure on RS3, or rather pre-EOC, I did Desert Treasure on Old School RuneScape. And I had fun, right? Desert Treasure is a lot harder, but it's a lot easier and also less annoying. One Small Favor is just flipping annoying because you're going to all these people and then you gotta backtrack. And this was before, like... And so you gotta remember this too. And this is really what's the key about One Small Favor. One Small Favor, it's not really a combat-driven, like, quest. So you could be a very low level thinking to yourself, well, I just got done doing Shiloh Village. I had to fight some SOBs. There's no combat required for One Small Favor. This is going to be easy. Wrong. Well, guess what? If you don't have a high magic level to teleport everywhere around... You're walking. You're screwed. And if you don't have the capability to buy some teleport tabs, which I don't even think were out. Let me double check myself here. Let me double check myself. RuneScape Varrock teleport tablet. Let's see. Okay, so a teleport tablet came out 31 May 2006, but it comes down to the price, right? If you don't have the GP, the spare GP, or maybe you don't even think you really need teleport tabs to teleport around RuneScape for whatever reason, you're walking. You are walking around RuneScape doing all of this shenanigans. And it's just, it's the most annoying thing, like, on the planet. It truly is. It's absolutely, it's one of those remarkable type things. But, yeah, remember One Small Favor? Remember how it drove you nuts years ago? And it's a shame, because a lot of these quests now, they don't drive people crazy. And if you played RuneScape from the start, you are left with all these, like, built-up memories that, like, the newer generation doesn't have. Now, I will say this. The newer generation has their own bad thoughts and worries out there. I'm not saying that the newer generation doesn't have their own problems. Oh, trust me. If you want to raid, and if you came to RuneScape for the high-level PVM, the high-level raiding, right? All this high-level stuff that you're going to be doing, it's going to be challenging. And I'm not knocking all the new challenging stuff on this game, but what I'm saying is that One Small Favor was challenging years ago. It was the equivalence of doing something, like, really in-depth, like, nowadays. And it's pretty, you know, it's I don't know, man. If I had a teleport machine, to teleport myself back to doing a quest, it would probably most likely be One Small Favor. Even though I was a 20-year-old, and oh yeah, I drank when I was 20 years old. Oh, absolutely. Just not primarily at like bars and stuff. But I would tell myself, I'm like, hey, Brother Nightmare, you got to be intoxicated for doing this quest. Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. Like, you're going to be doing One Small Favor tonight, right, a couple weeks before Christmas of 2008. You need to do some pre-Christmas drinking, man. Like, come on, it's not gonna go down very well for you. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much my entire spiel on remembering One Small Favor, because it was definitely not one small favor. It was one small variety of hellish favors. Now, when I eventually do when I eventually do Desert Treasure 2 on this game, when I eventually do more high-level stuff, and for going on a personal note here, I am on a mission from God to get a max cape, and I mean, it's definitely, it's not going the quickest, obviously. I mean, I'm sitting here doing some cannonballs, not to mention I'm rocking like over a 2 bill bank, and I can easily get 99 prayer like that. But it's the fact that I would like to grow my wealth and not have these big, like, upsy downsies. But after 99 prayer, I'm really kind of like debating, because I'm probably going to be 85 Slayer. And for anyone who hasn't heard or hasn't seen my previous pods, I want to get to 85 Slayer, and then I want to see if I could get an Abbey Whip. I want to just, right off the bat, I'm going to try to get an Abyssal Demon task. And I might actually make a pod of me actually trying to get a whip. It would actually be awesome if we could get some pod luck, kind of like streamer luck in a way. But if I get whips out the wazoo, and I mean if 85 Slayer is so profitable, I might just continue Slayer, because after prayer I'm really looking for profitability. On that same note, I may kind of kick myself in the groin, and I may start doing some rune crafting, because rune crafting is very profitable still, and especially with the new skill potentially coming out, I don't know how it may offset some stuff. It may rock the boat, sailing joke, or it may very well not. But I'm really kind of, I got to make a decision. Theoretically, I was going to leave runecrafting for my last 99. Well, at first, I was going to leave Slayer for my last 99. But with the amount of profitability Slayer is showing to me, I went from 76 now to 83 Slayer. I've probably made well beyond like 20-something mil. Okay, maybe not 20 mil. Maybe more like 10, 15. But still, that's not bad. And I'm doing Slayer, like, really slowly, because I'm not really playing RuneScape a whole lot. A couple hours a day. So, I gotta see, man. I gotta see. But I think we're gonna wrap up the pod here. And we're gonna leave on a good closing note of remembering One Small Favor. Like, yeah, you're either in one of those three categories. Doing One Small Favor before 2010, doing One Small Favor on Old School RuneScape, whether it's fairly recent or whether it's when Old School RuneScape was launched and you came to Old School RuneScape, or if you never done One Small Favor. But if you have not done One Small Favor, do One Small Favor today to challenge yourself, and then, or do this. If you really want to challenge your body and your mind, you may end up in a straitjacket. No YouTube videos. You can only use RuneHQ or Sal's website. No helper from, so load up whatever version you play on RuneScape. Turn off HDOS. Get off HDOS. Get off RuneLite. Maybe on Steam if you got Steam or the Jagex launcher. Just do one small favor as if you were gonna be playing RuneScape in like 2009. Challenge yourself, brother or sister watching this video. I love you all, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Take it easy. Hopefully everyone has a great weekend, and bye.